Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Fatu sends a message to Roman Reigns ahead of their epic tag team main event at WWE Bad Blood. As the anticipation for WWE's upcoming pay-per-view, Bad Blood, reaches a fever pitch, the wrestling world is buzzing with excitement over the colossal tag team main event. This showdown pits two of the most dominant forces in the sport today: Roman Reigns, the reigning WWE Universal Champion, and his bloodline partner, Solo Sikoa, against the formidable duo of Fatu and the newly revitalized Jey Uso. However, it's not just the match itself that has everyone talking. It's the message that Fatu recently sent to his cousin Roman Reigns that has added an extra layer of intensity to this encounter. In a pre-taped segment aired exclusively on WWE's social media channels, Fatu, dressed in his signature Samoan warrior attire, stood against a backdrop of flaming torches and traditional Polynesian symbols. The setting evoked a sense of heritage and pride, a reminder that this isn't just a match, it's a clash within the family. With his eyes burning with determination, Fatu addressed the camera, delivering a message that resonated with passion, defiance, and a challenge to Roman Reigns' legacy. "Roman," Fatu began, his voice steady and powerful, "you and I, we share the same blood. We come from the same roots, the same island, and the same legacy that our family built with their own hands. But somewhere along the way, you lost sight of what it means to be a true champion, a true warrior. You started calling yourself the tribal chief, demanding respect instead of earning it." He paused for a moment, allowing his words to hang in the air before continuing. "You think you're the head of the table, the one who feeds the family? You think you're untouchable, that no one in our bloodline can stand up to you? Well, I'm here to tell you, Roman, that you've got it all wrong. You see, respect is something you give to the people who came before you, to the warriors who paved the way. And right now, you're spitting on their legacy by putting yourself above everyone else." Fatu's voice grew louder, his tone more intense. "I'm not coming to WWE Bad Blood to take your spot, Roman. I'm coming to remind you of where you came from. You're the Universal Champion, the so-called tribal chief, but you didn't get there alone. Our bloodline runs through my veins too, and I'm just as much a king of this dynasty as you are. I've been out there, putting in the work, holding it down in the trenches, and you know it." The Samoan werewolf's words carried a raw energy, the kind that comes from years of fighting to prove himself. Unlike Roman, who had the backing of WWE's machine behind him, Fatu had built his reputation in the independent scene, dominating in promotions like Major League Wrestling (MLW). He had made a name for himself not through corporate endorsements or backstage politics, but by sheer force of will, by tearing through opponents with a ferocity that was unmatched. You're standing there on top of your empire, surrounded by your bloodline, dictating who gets to eat and who doesn't. But at Bad Blood, I'm walking into your kingdom, and I'm flipping that table over. Jey Uso's with me because he remembers what it's like to be a part of a family, not a hierarchy. You turned your back on him, on all of us, when you started looking down on your own blood like we were beneath you. You talk about family, but you rule with fear, not love, and that's why it's time for a change." Fatu's intensity seemed to grow with every word, his passion cutting through the screen. "At Bad Blood, I'm not coming to play by your rules, Roman. I'm bringing my fight to you. I'm bringing our family's true legacy to that ring, the legacy of warriors, not politicians. When the dust settles and the smoke clears, I'm gonna stand tall, not because I want your throne, but because I want our family to be proud of the warrior spirit that still lives on." As he spoke, the camera zoomed in on his face, his eyes reflecting a mix of anger, determination, and a hint of sadness for what his cousin had become. "You and I, we used to fight side by side as brothers. Now we're fighting to prove who the real warrior is in this family. You better bring everything you got, Roman. Bring your empire, bring your lies, and bring that arrogance of yours. Because when the bell rings at Bad Blood, it's not about titles or head-of-the-table nonsense. It's about who we are, who our ancestors were, and what this family truly stands for. Fatu's voice lowered, but his words were sharp, cutting through like a blade. Roman, you've forgotten what it means to be humbled, to bleed, to sacrifice for the family's honor. But don't worry, I'm here to remind you. You say you're the tribal chief, the one in charge? Well, let's see if you can still be that man when you're looking up from the mat, staring at the stars after I lay you out cold. You may be the face of this dynasty right now, but at Bad Blood, I'm gonna be the one who reminds you that you're only as strong as the family you keep. The message was as clear as it was powerful. Jacob Fatu wasn't just coming to Bad Blood to wrestle. He was coming to restore the pride and honor of the Inoue family name. He was coming to remind Roman Reigns that no matter how high he rises, he will always be part of a family that values respect, loyalty, and true strength over any self-proclaimed titles or power grabs. As the video ended, the camera panned out to show Jacob Fatu surrounded by traditional Samoan warriors, their chants echoing into the night. It was a reminder that Fatu's mission was bigger than wrestling. It was about restoring the balance within a family that once stood for honor, unity, and pride. In that moment, it was clear that Bad Blood was more than just a match. It was a battle for the very soul of the Samoan dynasty. Roman Reigns might be the tribal chief, the universal champion, and the man who rules WWE with an iron fist. But Jacob Fatu's words cut deeper than any spear or Superman punch. At WWE Bad Blood, the wrestling world isn't just getting a tag team match. It's getting a war of principles, a clash of ideologies, and a fight for the future of the most storied family in wrestling history. And as the event draws closer, one question remains. Will Roman Reigns rise to the challenge and prove that he truly is the head of the table, or will Jacob Fatu and Jey Uso tear down his empire, brick by brick, and build a new legacy from its ruins? Whatever happens at Bad Blood, one thing is certain, the Inoue family's legacy will never be the same again.